Okay, hello everybody. I don't know if everybody can hear me well with your head. Okay, great, thank you. Thank you very much to be so much in this beautiful room at Eezee-IT. You didn't hear me well? No? I have to. It's okay. At least I know that somebody is listening. So today's topic will be about a client case. Very unfortunately, the client Polytra could not come today, so he's really apologizing himself. But we had the luck with Robin to work very closely with the client, so we almost know even better than him his own business. So he will present today. So the topic is mastering multi-entity consolidation across continents. So agenda, first focus on Polytra. What is Polytra doing? Which kind of business are they doing and so on? Why they have chosen Odoo? What make the key differentiator? And there we are lucky to have Robin Verlinden, who is one of the most famous Odoo accounting experts that really helped us out in this project. Then we will reflect a bit on the return on investment and the lessons learned from the client side, so the feedback from the client if he had to do it again. And then we will have the chance to welcome Quentin, our key partner manager, to really explain why it has a lot of added value for the client to do a project between MMC, so really the middle market corporation team of Odoo, and a partner. And then, of course, we will have the time for the Q&A at the end. So, Polytra, very beautiful country, exists since more than 50 years now. It's in more than 6 different countries. You see the numbers, more than 80,000 the turnover, more than 100 people, so you really see the really big SME that has grown very fast during the years. The headquarters are here in Antwerp, but they are doing a lot of different businesses in Africa. They have 3 different business units, but most focusing on everything that is logistic and supply chain. So if you have to transport some goods, I would say in Africa, I would say the number 1 transporter will be Polytra. How was Polytra structured? The IT structure before we started was the casual case we have, and where Odoo has the most added value is really the fragmented IT structure. So they had exact online for accounting, a specific in-house built system for everything that is invoicing, TRIS. Then they had CargoWise for the sales. They have Zoho for CRM. They have also SoloPlan, Billtrust, and still counting. There we came really with the view that to make everything centralized, thanks to, of course, Odoo. So where we are today, so we replaced totally exact online from the picture. So that's moved. So all the accounting is now in Odoo. We are currently also analyzing to put all the CRM from Europe, from Africa, in Odoo, and so push backwards Zoho for as the CRM. And we are still analyzing other tools. So why Odoo? How did they make the step to move forward with Odoo? It was really because they are working in a global environment. So what was really important, yes, of course, the multi-language, the multi-currency, the multi-company was for them the basic requirements that the tool had to fulfill. This idea of centralized ERP, also because they are working, you see, there are with more than 100 people working there. Also, the user rights were really important for them to really link them to specific countries, entities, and so on. They had a lot of bad experience with previous ERP system, where they were really totally, I would say, in hostage of their IT partners. So that's why they also looked to a system that had a large community, and there again we can be very proud with Odoo to benefit from also a large international partner landscape. And also, of course, as a company is growing, they wanted to make sure that if they had other functionalities they wanted in the system, that they could scale very fast with different modules. So I leave the floor to Robin to explain a bit more, deep dive a bit more in these multi-company features that Odoo is proposing.
Thanks, Seb. So yes, so we had several meetings with Eezee-IT, with Polytra, so with the client, and we as Odoo were there to analyze with them and be present if they had questions on specific use cases like this. So really on the finance part. And as you can see, well, the first thing that is really useful is, well, the multi-company. Here you see on the screen, well, that you have Polytra and all the group on the right side. And thanks to the new version, so I think they were in 18, right?
Exactly.
Since 18, you have the multi-company selector where you even have, the mapping of the accounts. I will come back to it later on. So the first thing is the multi-company environment, because it was really useful for them to change from the African companies and have a view on the Belgian one and change from one to another. All right. So that's the first thing. Then the users' right. As I said, they wanted to have a view in Belgium and a view in Africa, but it's really important for them to segregate and have specific access rights depending on the profile they have. So here, in this case, you see you have access rights created for the account payable, account receivable that were differentiated and that were apart. You have a view on the treasury, which can be really important for some people, but for others, well, you prefer not to have a view on that. So here, in this case, it was really customized to have specific access rights depending on the countries, but moreover, depending on the type of profiles. Then, well, the intercompany transactions. I think that's the main, one of the main important stuff that you can use within Odoo, because, well, when you create an invoice, it will automatically create a bill. As you can see here, well, you automate all of that thanks to the sales orders and the purchase orders as well, and you can choose in which journal it will come. All right. So that means, again, they have a whole list of companies. They will, well, sell from one to another, and all those intercompany transactions can be automated without any issue, and you can make sure that your accounting will correspond from one company to another, which of course is really important and will give a better view on your real figures. And then last but not least, I think that's the main differentiation since 18 is the fact that, well, you can have a global chart of account. As you can see here for Polytra, well, they merged the accounts. So basically, if you use the 1,000 here, 100,000 account in here it's fact trading Mauritius. Well, if you change in the profit and loss to a company in Belgium, well, it will be the exact same account, maybe with another account number, but you will thanks to the mapping, have a direct view from one company to another, and even, and that's a really important one, even with the currency exchange, of course, because, well, here they are working in Africa, in Belgium, we have euro there, I don't know, they have probably a lot of different currencies. Well, you can make sure that all your reporting will be adapted thanks to the mapping in ones and the currencies that are adapting as well. All right, I think I gave all the main added values thanks to Odoo for multi-company environment and for consolidation, because in the end, I maybe didn't say that, but they consolidate, of course, the profit and loss, and they have a proper reporting thanks to the mapping.
Exactly, thank you. I will come back on this one because it was a funny story, because we were here last year also, together with Polytra. We started the project around August. And then they came also to the Odoo Experience Day, and then they witnessed the new version of V18. So we started in V17, and exactly thanks to the new feature of this global accounting, where there is more features in the mapping between different entities and so on, to be able to do a better consolidation. We migrated them. We started the project from scratch again in V18. So back in September. So we had to rush because we had, of course, to be ready for the 1st of January to be aligned with the fiscal year. So also just there are lessons also for the clients or prospects that imagine going in V19, but they already started a couple of months ago in V18. I would say it's still time to start again and benefit from the latest versions of Odoo. And so you also postpone, of course, a year of migrating the version. So also interesting fact, I would say. So, what were the return on investment? Most important part for Polytra? First of all, they are gaining a lot of time. They are doing a less administrative work because there is a system out of the infrastructure. They are doing faster reporting, really important for them because they are in a business where the margins are very important because they are doing logistics. So they have to be able to do some forecasting, to act very quickly on real-time data. Everything that is communication is going way more smoothly. Also about the reconciliation, so the bank statement reconciliation, they are quite more efficient today. We are still improving them because there are a lot of different banks. I could not count them, but there are a lot of different banks in a lot of different currencies. So I'm still improving also the integration, but they are already gaining a lot of time. And of course, as it is a logistic company, they have a lot of papers, so we are able also to digitalize a lot of their paper and document them everything in Odoo. So also the lessons learned that we asked to the client, if you had to do again this integration with Odoo, what would you do differently? I think what they underestimated, of course, was the learning curve. So they really had to go in the system to learn as much as possible, to train themselves and so on. It was also what is a powerful tool in Odoo is the community, of course, and there's a lot of documentation. So also we really try to put them a lot of documentation so that they could train themselves. But so if they had to do it again, they would, before starting the project, already inform themselves of all the training stuff that they have. And then I will leave the floor to Quentin.
Thank you for the words, Sebastian. Do you hear me well? Yes, great, perfect. Thank you. So here I'm partner manager of Eezee-IT. I'm really happy to share my experience behind this collaboration under a Polytra project. So for the goodwill of the customer, it was for us obvious that collaborated with Odoo and Eezee-IT, we will be stronger together. Here as the graph it's a little bit the involving and the responsibility of each other. So for the start, it was important for us that the pre-sales phase we have adopted a complementary approach and skills to answer to the needs of the customer. So as Odoo, so Robin, I and the rest of the team, we have acted as a solution expert and we have brought our expertise to the software. So this means really the editor vision, make the solution as standard as possible was really important for the customer, and we can reassure him through this collaboration. So Eezee-IT as partner brought his business and technical expertise on the non-Odoo topics, and due to the fact that Eezee-IT is based worldwide, it brings proximity for the implementation, support and training for the customer. The collab, as you can see here on the main stage, we get the provision on the right experts resource on both sides, so thanks a lot. And finally, because it's really important for the customer, through the collaboration, it helps us to control the budget for the customer, responsibility of integrator Eezee-IT with the alignment of the editor approach, make the right choice for the customer. So thank you a lot to listen to this collaboration of Eezee-IT and Odoo for the goodwill of Polytra.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
So come on, don't be shy. Are there any questions on this talk or in general? It's your time to ask the more specific question on accounting to Robin. I don't know if somebody has a question.
No.
Everything was... we have that one. Wait, for the question?
Okay. Just to ask the question, can you use the QR code?
Apology.
Ouais, comme ça, toi.
Ok.
Attends, c'est bon, je vais le faire.
So first question, what were the main challenge that you faced during this implementation? Maybe the implementation phase was the responsibility of Eezee-IT, so you can maybe answer to the question, Seb.
Very good question. So I would say one of the first challenges was this migration during the project. I would say that was one of the challenges because we had also, you know, when a new baby comes out, so the new version of Odoo just came out, there were some little, I would say, adjustments that had to be made to that the system was totally fully operational. So I would say what that was for us on the accounting part, the greatest challenge is really this fact to migrate in the middle of a system with a new system that just came out with just new functionalities and so on. So that was the biggest challenge.
Okay, next question. How much time do we need to set up the COA and reporting structure? Maybe Robin and Seb, can you give us an approximately idea about days or?
Maybe you have a better view on your budget?
Yeah, also a good question. There, I think the most important part in this kind of project is all this data quality. You know, you don't want to go garbage in, garbage out in, as we are used to it in same project. So I would say for us, if we get clean data, we help, of course, the client to clean out his data. But once we get this clean data, the time that we need to upload all these different chartered accounts with, again, this added functionality that you can really import and immediately assign the right company, so you don't have to import one by one and so on. I would say in 1 or 2 days you can already have a sufficient result. But of course, there's a lot of time that is needed from the side of the client to make sure that, of course, they clean out the right account, the code, and so on. And so once we get the clean data, it can go quite fast.
Yeah, I think that's the main focus on our side as well. We face it a lot. Putting it actually in Odoo is on such it's not so complicated, but it's really upfront having the right data at the right place. Exactly. Having debit equals to credit sometimes is even difficult. So I mean, here it's really main focus for the client to give the right data to us, you, to put it then in Odoo, and it can take an hour to 2 days, depending on how the quality is given.
How did you separate exactly the responsibilities between Odoo and Eezee-IT? For this one, can you show back the graph, if it's possible, the slide deck of the PC? Because it's really easy for us. So if you take the graph, the first phase of the project, we really collaborate stronger together. So meaning that all the pre-sales phase, the commercial aspect, we did everything together. So we design with Odoo and with Eezee-IT all the needs of the clients. And then, as you can see, the partner take more and more responsibility. And Odoo, during the development aspect, never interact. As you know, also the Eezee-IT take the responsibility for all the services, and Odoo take always the responsibility of all the license and the contract aspect of the database. Did you use a branch structure?
That's a very good question. We explored the capabilities of the branch management. I think where there it was less useful for Polytra, because Polytra is really different separated entities, so own with a tax number and so on. So we didn't go to the functionalities of the branches. No.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think if we can emphasize that branches are good if it's not a different legal entity. So it's really if you want to separate within the same legal entity. Here in this case, it wouldn't be useful. It would be the wrong choice to change to branches. You had to make a multi-company environment. Yeah. Functionally, I mean.
Question on an older version of Odoo. So in V17.18, the console app was taken out. Did it affect the implementation process of the project? How did you manage it? Do you think there is a need to bring this app back? So
maybe let's first explain why and.
Yeah, the idea was
was not-
the consolidation app wasn't as good as we expected and was outside of the accounting. We wanted something in-house in the accounting that is directly linked and that you can easily adapt and make in the reportings that you have in your accounting. There it was something separated and we had poor usage of it. Not a lot users had it. Well, I can understand that if you are here, maybe you were using it, but at some point we wanted something that is really communicating directly, sorry, with the accounting, and that's why we made that choice. And from there, we also could have a focus on a common chart of account, which was mainly what the people, what users need to have. It's really to have a common chart of account on which you can see from one company to another in the same structure, in the same reporting, well, the figures that are adapting. So that's why we made that choice. And I don't think we want, again, to come back on a separate app, because that's not what we expect from that, from the consolidation feature, because now it's not an app anymore.
Thank you for the answer. Accounting was a big part of the project. Did you manage to find localization packs in each of those countries, or did you need to some localization developed by yourself, all the plan of the fiscality and localization?
Good question.
Yep.
Almost all countries were covered. If I'm not mistaken, it was only Namibia. I'm looking at my expert colleagues in the room. That was not available, but we managed to create them ourselves, because it was a small subsidiary, a small entity of Polytra with a low level, I would say, accounting needs, so we could make it ourselves. Yeah.
Then last question, Robin, Seb, all the team of Eezee-IT, thank you a lot for the amazing collaboration. And we are happy that Polytra is now live
Indeed.
Yep.
with Odoo.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you all.